Yo, what it do, YouTube? It's SS, and I'm back with another video. And I know it's been a long time since I did a video. But this video here, I have a video that of me getting my elo. I did try two different teams. I can't even talk. One in the Great League and one in the Summer Cup to officially get my elo. I was on 19 with the Great League team, and then I went into Summer Cup and tried a different team and got my elo with that one. Hit ace. Then I went down, but then I went back up with Dunsparce's team. I will have a video for that coming out probably tomorrow, most likely. But in the first game, I actually did not have it recorded, so I don't have any footage of that. But you guys did see that I did end up winning it, so I did win it. But here we're gonna see our Dunsparce just go down. Um, and I should be live on Twitch by the time this video drops at 4 p.m. Central. So if you guys do want to watch, these battles do happen on my Twitch. So come over there and say hi. Would love to see you guys. But now this is a tricky situation, but this is really good for us because we can go 2 shields down and straight farm down the Frostlass, come out with energy on the say why. I'm gonna throw the first foul play. I'm just gonna go back to back, not even gonna farm up anything. And at this point, they're gonna double shield. We could just let this go. This is fine for us, and they don't even know that in the back we have a Medicham, so we're just gonna go ahead and try to catch the Ice Punch on our Medicham, and by this time it's completely over and they know it and they top left. So GG's to my opponent, and thank you for playing. Now we're gonna be hopping into the next battle. We're gonna see Swampert. This is a little tricky. I don't really like Swampert. The regular one has a lot of bulk, where the shadow one cannot take 2 drill runs, so they do have to eventually end up shielding, where the non-shadow does not have to shield. So either way, it's a tricky situation. You do not want to get hit with these hydro cannons. I do like to shield here because if I shield, I know I can get one back, hoping that they throw their energy right away as well, so their energy dry, and then hopefully I can farm down with another Pokemon, either Sableye or Medicham. We're gonna come into Sable Eye, and this is pretty bad because they do get to move, and I don't want to take this, so I do end up shielding. And we were one Shadow Claw away from farming down. They come into Skarmory. I try to throw on good timing, and we do end up throwing on good timing, which it looks like. We're gonna farm up a little bit extra. They're gonna elect to throw, which is fine. We do live the Sky Attack, and once again, I do get to the foul play. Throw one Shadow Claw for their one air slash, and at this point we do get to another foul play, and they're not gonna shield, and we're just gonna show them our Medicham at that time, and they know it's over, so they do top left. um yeah, if you see a Charmer, team's pretty bad. Charizard, this is where we want to see it, but then they end up swapping to a Swampert. Probably should have threw my move and then swapped out, but they do give me a free move here, so we're gonna see how we play this out. And at this point, I believe I just stay in because I'm like, I'm one away from the next one, so I'm gonna force them to shield before I shield, right? And we're gonna see, do they shield? They do shield, and then that's when I like to swap out. And at this point, I'm gonna shield as well. I'm gonna try to farm down completely. Hopefully, they do not get to another move, but they do get to another move, which is really bad for me. So I'm just gonna end up letting this go. And then we're gonna farm up a little bit extra, and they're gonna come into a Toxapex. This is really bad. I do remember this game. My opponent played it super well, right? I shouldn't have threw. I should have farmed up a little bit more, try to go for CMP or something. And because of that, now they're able to come into the Charizard farm down completely, come out with some energy. And at this point, I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? So I'm thinking they probably gonna bait me here, but at the same time, I know they're not gonna bait me. They're gonna throw the Blast Burn, and at this point, it's over. Because they could just straight Dragon Claw. Yeah, the game. I had to completely farm down here to have any play, and they outpaced me to the next Dragon Claw. So we do end up losing that one, which is fine. And now we're gonna hop into the next battle. Now we're gonna see what is somewhat of a good lead. If it's Charm, it gets a little bit iffier, but we don't even get to see the fast move. They just swap out into their Medicham, and they get met with my Sableye. This is really good for me. I think, I don't know, do I go foul play here? I do not. Okay, so in these games, I already realized that you want to go for CMP and throw the return because most likely they are sacking their Medicham. They do not care about their Medicham because they're just gonna come in and farm me down with this Alolan Charm Ninetales, and which is really good for me because now This puts it in range where one rock slide will KO. So I'm gonna be able to shield this up, and since it's a 3-turn versus a 3-turn, they're always gonna be able to sneak, and they just like to let it go through. And I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a little bit tricky, right? Because they're up shields. They didn't use a shield. Now they did use a shield, but I get to the move here, and then I swap out, hoping to catch a foul play. But we still get hit with the foul play. I do get to the next move here, and I'm thinking, no, I do not want to shield. And we're barely able to live this move, barely able to live the foul play to get the ice punch off. Excuse me, my voice is going out. So now I do sack the Medicham, come back in, throw the drill run. At this point, I just need to get to the next drill run, and this is CMP. So I'm just gonna be able to shield this up and get this drill run off, and this should be enough to KO. And that is enough to KO. So GG's. And let's see, is that looks like it is the end of the set. So let's see, how many did we go? So we go, what was that, 4-1? We go 4-1. We could have potentially went 5-0, but we ended up playing it pretty bad in that one other game. And if you guys didn't know, Wooloo's actually in the, you can get Wooloo's after rank 16, I believe. So I'm getting a mega, a normal type, just because I do want the XL candies and want extra candies as well. Should have pineapped here to get more candies, but that was a mistake that I didn't realize it at that point, but I do now. We do get a couple of candies here. Almost a hundo, but not quite a hundo, so over 400 something. CP is probably a hundo. Now we get a Scraggy, and it's because we have a low punny Mega Evolved. Remember, Mega Evolve your Pokemon, because you do get extra candies and shots for XL candies as well. And then I realized that I can also claim my 100 battles, because I have now done that. So now we're gonna claim it, get all this juicy Stardust and some more Stardust. All right. Sorry about that. I should have probably cut it out a little bit better than that, but hopefully, yeah, a lot of talking. So once again, these battles are done on my Twitch. If you guys do want to go over there, watch them in real time. I do go live Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. Central. Sometimes I stream on the weekends, but make sure to follow me to get that notification. The link will be in the description if you guys do want to go over there and watch them happen in real time. Once again, once this video drops, I should be live over there on Twitch. So hope to see you guys over there. This is my first video in a long time. Much shorter, because I did want to get back into it. So now we're gonna see here that we're gonna try to power up this Pokemon. That is a rank 93 Zapdos. So these are the Pokemon that I did end up using: Walrein, Swampert, and Zapdos. So we're gonna power up the Zapdos here. We're gonna even Elite TM and give it a second move. Here, TM. I know what you're thinking. Walrein and Swampert. Oh yeah, I know. We actually run Sludge Wave on Swampert, and because of that, we actually end up losing one game, which is pretty fine for me. But I mean, I preferred to have gone positive, right? Well, we do go positive, right? But since we did get our elo, it was like 21 something. I can't remember. So either way, if we end up losing, and then I finally end up powering up this Ultra League Walrein that I do have, it doesn't matter, because we're gonna be able to hit Ace regardless, and we'll get that cowboy hat. So you do got the team. I'm checking the Stardust here to see how much I used, and there's over like 400,000, but that's fine. We'll get it back. So now I'm just putting the team, and I'm like, yo, I had an Electivire. Probably Electivire might have been nice, but I'm assuming there's gonna be grass types and water types, so Zapdos would be a nice core breaker. So now we're gonna be into the Ultra League, and the first battle was actually the Man in the Planet. Shout out to him. He does switch stream over there on Twitch as well. Very good battler. Always hits a legend that I know of. So this is a little bit tricky, right? They're gonna throw the Knife Slash. I don't shield the first one. I'm gonna see how much it does. We're gonna go straight for the Thunderbolt. I'm hoping he doesn't shield, and he does actually end up shielding, which is pretty bad for me. So now I do would like to shield. I was thinking about not shielding, but I do would like to shield here. And then he does this very nice catch on this Scribantial, and because he caught and I threw, I know that he didn't sneak a move in, so I'm gonna be able to outpace to the Hydro Cannon right before he gets to his lunge or discharge, and I'm gonna force him to shield, and he doesn't want to shield, which is really good for me. So now he brings up his Obstagoon. His Obstagoon is gonna be able to take out my Swampert, but we're gonna be able to unleash these Hydro Cannons. Do they want to uh throw right away? They do want to throw. So now, do we get to the next move? We don't get to the move. They snipe us. Very good. They're using Gus, another legacy move on Pidgeot. At this point, I like to come out into my Walrein, and because I'm thinking he's gonna go for an extra move, I swap out instantly, and because I get that zero turn swap because I threw a move, and then I'm gonna be able to get to outpace to the Thunderbolt, and now we're at the Drill Peck, and we just throw the Drill Peck, and that's gonna be a good game. Yeah, very fun team, very fun first battle with the team. Now we're gonna see Walrein. This is really bad for us, right? We can do super effective on them, and they can do super effective on us, which is kind of pretty bad, right? So I'm gonna shield the first move. We're gonna see what we want to do. I'm gonna build up to almost 2 Drill Pecks and throw the Thunderbolt. Do they want to shield? They do want to shield, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to catch, but I don't catch, and I know this is an Earthquake. I already used the shield, so I can't shield. They're gonna swap out into a Virizion, and this is pretty bad for us, right? So, but lucky for me, I'm able to actually get to a Weather Ball, so it makes it a little bit more uh suitable for me. Now I can come into my Zapdos because I can live and I'm gonna farm up as much as I can. I could probably did one more Thunder Shock to be honest, but and CMP them, but I didn't want them to actually shield and then yeah, but they end up shielding here, so I'm gonna swap out. And because I don't have Earthquake, this is actually gonna be a loss. So if we would have had Earthquake, we would have won this game easily. We just Earthquake, and then we just Earthquake the Walrein, or leave the shield for the Zapdos. And fortunately for us, we're not gonna be able to win this game. So GG's to my opponent. So I do believe you want and I do a little bit of cheeky play here, trying to hope to get to an Earthquake, but we do get to a Hydro. I was hoping I could get some more farm off it, but I was unable to get farm. So now we're gonna be able to lose this game because he's at back to back Icicle Spears, and that's gonna be a good game. So we're 1-1 so far. And this is okay. If they don't have Stone Edge, this is really good for us, right? They end up swapping, so I swap out into my Walrein. And I don't want them to throw a move because I don't want to shield. So I'm gonna throw right away because I expect them to no shield and sack it, and then come back into their the Virizion, and that's exactly what they do. And I'm like, maybe I can get the 2 uh Icicle Spears. If not, I can at least get this one off and do a couple fast damage off. And they don't shield, which is very interesting. At this point, I probably should have shielded and just went for the farm down. But I chose not to. So I'm gonna come into Zapdos, and I'm like, ooh, okay. I'm gonna bake this because I'm at the Thunderbolt, and they would be scared of a Thunderbolt. It would one shot. And the Drill Peck was gonna do damage as well. I elect not to shield that because I know it's a Drill Peck and I can live one at least. So now I'm gonna be able to farm out just a little bit extra, and I'm hoping that a Hydro Cannon KOs. And I'm not gonna try to CMP him because if I do, then I'm gonna end up losing. So I just want to throw the move right away, and at this point, I'm gonna try to get to the next Hydro Cannon. We get to the next Hydro Cannon to take out this Virizion, and that is gonna be a good game. So yeah, hope you guys are enjoying the battles. Once again, these battles are done on my Twitch. If you guys do want to go over there and watch them happen in real time, 4 p.m. Central, Monday through Friday is when I do stream. Um, so let me know that you came from YouTube. But either way, now let's jump into the next battle. I think this is a Rose Raid, and this is looking pretty good for me. But if they catch, then it's gonna get iffy. So I'm hoping that they don't end up catching because they just shielding. I shield as well. And I should have known that they're gonna go for a catch, right? And there goes the catch. So at this point, I would really like to stay in, but I'm like, no, I can't stay in. So I'm hoping that one Earthquake will be enough to KO here. And let's see if it is enough. It is actually not enough. they get to a move here. I'm hoping it is not the superpower, but it is a body slam, and they get to another move, and I'm like, I'm hoping it's not a superpower, but most likely it is the superpower. So they're gonna be able to take me out pretty bad. I come in Swampert to get some energy here. They come into the Roserade. I throw a Hydro Cannon, hoping that that's gonna be enough to KO, but no. Then they come into a Walrein, do this other catch. So this is really bad for me. Actually, I don't think it was a catch because I needed to throw, right? And then, yeah, we're just not gonna be able to win this because they're gonna be able to outpace us to two Icicle Spears and take this game. Well, I mean, we're gonna get to the Sludge Wave, but it's on CMP and over. Need that the KO, and I do believe that the Roserade had to move either way, so it didn't really matter. So now we're gonna see Govanshul. This is very interesting because I do outpace to the Drill Peck right before they get to their lunge or discharge. They do end up shielding, so I'm gonna swap. Hoping this is discharge, but most likely it is the lunge. It is the lunge. They're gonna come into Dragon Breath, Gyarados, and because we're running Sludge Wave, this is the one time that it actually ended up working out. But we're not able to get to another Hydro Cannon, which is fine. So at this point, I do like to come out into my Walrein, show me my third Pokemon. Normally, I didn't want to do this, but because I didn't really want to use that many shields, so I just went into Walrein. I can probably shouldn't have shielded the first one, should have shielded the second one just in case there was a debuff. But I got lucky and there was no debuff. They're gonna come into a Primarina, and I'm like, okay, probably needed the bait here because they surely shield, right? They don't shield, which is really good for me. Now they come back into the Galvantula, and I'm gonna farm up a little bit more energy right before they get to their lunge slash discharge, and I'm gonna be able to make it to a move. And at this point, if they would have CMP'd me here, I would have lost. But since I went for the extra, I can throw. I do believe they're one away from the next move. They were right at their move, and because we went for the extra and threw on good timing, we're actually able to take this game. So we did get lucky there. That's gonna be a good game as well. And I do believe that is the last game. Let's see. I'm assuming we went 3-2 to get our elo any second. Let's go. But once again, the link will be in the description if you guys do want to go over there and watch them on Twitch. 3-2. We get a Licky Tongue. Gonna be able to catch it, get a couple XLs. Hesitate to look at the appraisal. And here we go. And I do believe it is 2179. I believe. Currently,